What's up, y'all? This is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. We're back at it again with another video. It has been a couple of weeks, and I am so glad to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. If you could, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. You already know the routine to stay up to date with all of my future Teachable Tuesdays videos. I noticed that I've gotten a few subscribers lately, so welcome. Greatly appreciate having you here. And to all the people that have been rocking with me for so long, welcome once again. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started for today's video. Won't be a long discussion. As I always say, I try not to make it long, but I think this is a very important discussion to have. Let me just give you guys a heads up real quick. Starting next Tuesday, which will be my birthday, by the way, I am turning 31 years old, and I'm very excited. Can't believe I made it 31 years, right? I'm gonna be having a new setup. It's gonna be better lighting. I mean, the lighting is pretty good right now. It's a very beautiful day out here in Florida, but I mean, like indoor lighting and, you know, new equipment setup and all that good stuff. And yeah, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about next week. It's going to be amazing. I figured, you know what, I'll just start on, you know, the 31st trip around the sun, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, today's topic is going to be about breaking points. Okay, everybody has a breaking point. Everybody, every single one of us. I don't care how calm you are. In fact, it's the most calm ones that sometimes can be the most dangerous if you push them over the edge. Just saying, right? I'm more scared of the individuals who are calm and they snap all of a sudden than those individuals who always have an angry face. Because to me, if you have an angry face or an angry pace, it's kind of like you're more bark than bite. You know what I mean? But when you're one of those type of individuals that's calm and then all of a sudden you snap, well, you better watch out for their bite, because their bite is something ferocious. But I'm going to tell you why I'm bringing up this topic. We all know what recently happened with the Will Smith and Chris Rock situation at the Oscar. And I'm not going to get into who was right versus who was wrong. I try to stay away from those type of things on this channel and more so give more motivational information. However, regardless of what side you stand on, I think we can all agree on one thing, or at least most of us can agree on one thing. Will Smith apparently had a breaking point, right? The breaking point was reached, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? We don't know exactly where that breaking point came from. I mean, some people argue marriage challenges, some people may argue other underlying issues. Whatever the case may have been, my man's reached his breaking point. And I want to talk to you guys today to help each and every single one of us out, including myself, to get us from reaching our breaking point. Because honestly, when we reach our breaking points as humans, anything can happen. And when I say anything, I'm not talking about good things. So here are 3 ways that you can prevent yourself, or try to prevent yourself from reaching your breaking point. Now, granted, I want you guys to keep in mind, you can't control external forces, meaning that anything that happens to you, anything that's said to you that's beyond your control, the only thing you can do is adjust and figure out how you're going to react to it, right? So I would say number 1, and this is especially geared towards my fellas, but this is geared towards everybody really in general. Be okay with releasing your emotions somehow, right? A lot of us, we go on our day-to-day basis and we don't really have a chance to release our emotions, to release how we're feeling. You know, if it's a lot of anger inside of us, we don't properly get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? If we're upset, we just keep it in and continue to smile when knowing deep down inside we want to break down and cry. You know what I'm saying? Which, just, you know, as a record, ain't nothing wrong with showing your emotions. It's just a time and a place for everything, of course, right? When you keep that stuff pent inside of you for so long, what happens is when it finally explodes, it's pretty dangerous. Okay, so find a positive way to release your emotions, or just get it out there. You know, maybe it's through writing a song, maybe it could be talking to, you know, close family members or friends, seeing a therapist. Therapy works. In fact, I need to go ahead and get things situated with my therapist right now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I go through therapy. Go to therapy, I should say. Go through therapy, however you want to put it. Yeah, just have a positive outlet to where you can release your emotions, okay? Don't keep that junk bottled in, all right? Because next thing you know, all it takes is one straw to break the camel's back, right? Number two, another way that you can avoid getting to that breaking point. Try to keep your business under wraps. Now, I'm going to be very honest and have an extremely transparent moment here. This is something that I've had to work on over the years, especially when it comes to me posting on social media, especially in the most recent years, because as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize more and more that perception is everything. Perception is not reality, but perception is people's reality. And people's reality of what they think of you can project you upward or it can push you downward. It shouldn't be that way in society, but that's just the way it is, okay? So, you know, the less people that are in your business, the less people are going to talk about you. Let me tell you something. People are going to talk about you regardless. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't give them something to talk about, what can they say, right? I mean, they still going to say stuff at the end of the day. But I think you catch my drift. You know, try to keep your business private. I mean, you know, I'm not telling anybody what to post or what not to post on social media or on YouTube. I know I post a lot on social media in general, but that's definitely something that you want to look out for and just be aware of. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, try to keep things as private as you possibly can, so that way people are not interfering with what you got going on and giving a negative twist to it. You don't want that. And then number three, to get rid of, or not get rid of, but to help you, you know, kind of avoid reaching that breaking point. In addition to finding positive outlets, like I mentioned before, maybe you need to find new individuals to surround yourself with if the old individuals are not really benefiting you and helping you none. And stick with me. Here's where I'm going with this. You will have people in your life that will root for you, that will cheer you on, that will push you to victory. You will also have individuals in your life that will seem like they're rooting for you, seem like they're cheering for you, but every time something negative happens, they have something negative to say, so that way you can get a negative response out of somebody, out of something, or even out of you, okay? You have to be aware of the people that you're surrounded by. There are some people in this world that's going to mean you well. There are some people in this world that are going to drag you to hell. And I don't mean that in the literal sense, although it can definitely be the literal sense if you're not careful. But that's another conversation for another day, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't going to get too deep into that right now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going down that rabbit hole today. Just be mindful of who you surround yourself with, right? Because real friends will find a way to help you from getting to that breaking point, because sometimes they might be able to see you getting towards that breaking point before you can even see it. And that's not a bad thing. I don't want anybody sitting here thinking that that's a horrible thing that you are getting to that breaking point, because let's be real. Sometimes the stresses of life just, you know, just take over us. And when we're approaching a breaking point, that doesn't necessarily always mean that there was an individual who said something or did something wrong to you. Sometimes life just happens. I mean, maybe you had an evaluation at work that didn't go as well as you thought it would. Maybe your car broke down one day and then the next day you injured yourself. Maybe you had a really, really bad breakup and you're still healing from it. The next thing you know, a family member passes away. Now, I know those are somewhat extreme examples, but I think you catch my drift. Because, you know, everybody has something that affects them, and everybody has things that affect them differently than the next person. What affects me might not affect you as much. What affects the next person might not affect the next person as much. You know what I'm saying? But just knowing that you have individuals who will help keep you in check, who will help keep you grounded, I think that's very important when it comes to trying to avoid reaching your breaking point, okay? And I'm going to throw a bonus one in there real quick. Know your triggers, okay? You may not know every single little thing that triggers you, but if you're mature and aware of yourself enough, you will know what things really get under your skin versus what things really don't. So know how to go about finding those triggers when they pop up and finding solutions to, you know, kind of calm the noise down that may be in your head so you could get back to a normal state, okay? So that's all I got to say for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the discussion. I think, like I said, overall, if anything, no matter how you feel about the Will Chris Rock situation, I think we need to pray for them both, especially my man's Will. Because, I mean, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Obviously, what he's going through. And, you know, I want to make sure that the rest of us are able to handle ourselves, so when we feel like we are getting to that breaking point, we can, you know, find positive solutions. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. And sometimes when you get to your breaking point, you go off. You know what I'm saying? You don't really think about it. You just do. And a lot of that is because we've had so much built up inside of us that it just comes out all at once. And sometimes it might not even be through anger. It might not even be through a punch, kick, or slap, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it can simply be just us completely breaking down out of nowhere. So you have those emotions, you have those bad times. Learn how to release them slowly but surely as time goes on, so it doesn't build up to something that's explosive and quite dangerous. Okay? Listen, I love every single one of you guys. Praying for y'all. And just thank you for the continuous support, and thank you for the support that you guys gave me on the love series. Greatly appreciate it. If you missed it, it's a great time. It was a great time, but you can still check out the previous videos. I am going to be starting a new series next month, so make sure you stay on the lookout for that. And again, this is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesday. It's going to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I love every single one of you guys. God bless. Hope you have an amazing week. See you next week.